All right, so this is what may be the inaugural video for the Deimos Dive channel. So, if that is the case, I am here on Mars. I make music under the name Here on Mars, and Deimos Dive is the channel that is going to be where I put all my non music content that isn't Here on Mars specific music. So this is going to be a place where I'm going to put streams and videos about audio production and different things like that. So today what we got going on is a shootout between two compressor plugins. The first one, the one on top, is the Purified LED Comp. This one is the UAD EL8 Distressor. This is a licensed software emulation of the Empirical Labs Distressor compressor, which is one of the most, these days, it's a newer compressor unit that's found in most studios. It has a very awesome sound. It can get super distorted. It can also compress the shit out of your signal without really ruining the sound, I guess, is the best way I could put it. I'm not good at using a lot of the descriptive audio terms. So the LED compressor is the purified audio version of the Distressor, more or less. It's not licensed, so it's not an exact emulation. My buddy swears by this Distressor plugin, and I've passed it up each and every time it's been on sale. I do love the UAD plugins. They're pretty nice. My plugin story is a long one, but I went from Waves to UAD, and I use several UAD plugins, but this hasn't been one of them so far. Purified, I got because he put his stuff on sale for stupid cheap for all 7 of his plugins, and I was so impressed with them that I bought them 3 or 4 times and was giving them out to my friends. He probably still has them for a good price. He's got a cool YouTube channel that I'll link in the description. I highly recommend going and checking out his plugins. I just want to root for the guy because UAD is the big name, and Purified, this dude's, I'm pretty impressed. I have been really impressed, but I thought, you know what? It's on sale. I got the FOMO. Let's check out the UAD Distressor and let's A-B these things. So the song we're going to be doing is a new Here on Mars song called The Abyss Stares Back. It is one of the upcoming tracks off of a record of the same name, and we're just going to listen to a selection of the verse here. I've got the vocal track queued up. I'm going to loop the vocal track here, and right now we're going to start listening to the Pura audio. And in fact, let's just solo it up and hear it without any of it. And I'm not a professional singer, so have mercy on me. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song, bring errant souls of many nations. So what you're hearing there, it's on the track itself. There's no compression happening. On the track itself, no compression is happening, and you are hearing compression just on the vocal sub that it's going through, which is the UAD, just the LA2A. I like to give my vocal sub a gentle squeeze with that. And then you are hearing it through a mastering compressor. I work with a mastering compressor on at all times these days because that's just the way I like to work, and that's probably sacrilege to a lot of people. Don't really care. So within that context, we're going to be listening to these two versions of this style of compression, within that context. So let's go ahead and start with the one that everyone swears by. Let's start with the UAD one. So over here, and what I've done is I've attempted to get about the same level of gain reduction on both. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song, bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power, some seek ill-gotten gold, lava before the Titan gods, the ancient ones of old. Probably back off the input over there because I don't think I was getting quite as much compression over here. I've set the attack and release times to match what I didn't even realize the Pura plugin had an attack and release. It's hidden on these two screws here. The attack is defaults to 7 and the release defaults to 0. So I just went ahead and mirrored those settings here on the UAD plugin. Same ratio. I've got the EQ. The Pura has some features that the Distressor does not, which some of them are pretty damn useful. Like, I hear on the Distressor, I hear quite a bit of sibilance. I would probably come in after the fact or before and cut a little bit of high end. But the cool thing on the Pura is you can just do that right in the plugin, which is nice. So let's hear that one more time so we can go straight to the Pura. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song, bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power. All right. Here we go. Purified. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song, bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power, some seek ill-gotten. I'm not hearing a huge difference between those two. I'm not sure I'm hearing enough of a difference. And this is just one use case, right? I haven't messed around with the nuke setting, like the stupid high ratio where you're just squashing the shit out of it. I haven't messed around with getting a bunch of like distortion out of it, which is another thing the Distressor can do. I haven't messed around with any of that, but just AB right now, 3-to-1 ratio, about the same amount of gain reduction. I'm not hearing a massive difference. I don't even know that if it's like this across the board, this thing has to blow my mind. This thing better blow my mind to pay the amount that they want for it, which isn't that much right now. It's $50. But if I've already got this going and I'm happy with this, and I don't know if you noticed, this thing has, you see this right here? Like when I bring up the input to get more compression, it lowers the output accordingly so that it gain matches it. And compared with many other plugins like Waves that have gain matching features, I actually feel like the gain matching on these Pura plugins works. Like, I can hear the effect, and for whatever reason, it doesn't sound like it gets super quieter. It doesn't sound like it gets super louder to me. It stays right where it is. Not only that, I can dial in the amount of saturation I want. I can select from a couple different saturation modes. I have a pre and post selectable high and low EQ. I mean, yeah, this thing has to blow my mind to get me to buy it. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song, Bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power, some seek ill-gotten gold. Lava before the Titan gods, the ancient ones of old. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try some different settings here. So, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1. That's your standard kind of compression settings. You're not being super aggressive with it. 10-to-1, 38-to-1. Over here we've got 10-to-1, 20-to-1, and nuke. We'll just do 10-to-1 first. So let's select 10-to-1. Let's get about let's adjust our input and output to get about the same amount of compression and output here, and then we'll take a listen back and forth. So we will start with the purified. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song. Bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power, some seek ill-gotten gold. Lava before the Titan gods, the ancient ones of old. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song. Bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power, some seek ill-gotten gold. Lava before the Titan gods, the ancient ones of old. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song. Bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power, some seek ill-gotten gold. Lava before. I'm not hearing a huge difference there either. I did notice one thing I do notice with these is the distressor is known for being able to squash the shit out of a signal but not leave a bunch of nasty pumping and artifacts and stuff. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. It's known to do a ton of compression but not completely destroy your signal. And I gotta say, like, they both sound like that. They both sound like they're maintaining the integrity of the signal. Now, people out there with golden ears may hear it completely differently. I don't. The hell else was I gonna say? Whatever. It'll come back to me. I noticed that switching ratios, you don't set a threshold on these. You just turn the input up to get more compression. I noticed the UAD one automatically was jumping down to like 12 to 14 dB of gain reduction, whereas I felt like the Pura one was sitting at about the same amount of gain reduction, which is odd, but what do I know? I have to go by sound, you know? Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song. Bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues. And, yeah, I'm so far. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song. Bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues. Yeah, I'm just not hearing a huge difference. So we're going to set this over to nuke. I can't even remember if the hardware unit has a setting called nuke or not. I do know the hardware doesn't have a mix knob, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. So let's nuke it here, and 38-1 and nuke. And mind you, I've still got the EQ on this thing flat. I mean, there are a lot of reasons to just stick with this thing, to be honest, at this point. I'm kind of glad, honestly. I mean, if you see this and you hear a huge difference, then feel free to tell me I'm deaf, because I'm perfectly willing to accept that. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song, bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power, some seek ill-gotten gold, lava before the Titan gods, the ancient ones of old. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song, bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power, some seek ill-gotten gold, lava before the Titan gods, the ancient ones of old. So yeah, I forgot to mention this. The vocals here were done just through the same mic you're hearing me right now. Right now you're hearing the mic through the input on the RME Babyface, which is my interface. The tracks were recorded with this mic through a Freudenstein Artistic Mic Pre Plus, which has a color knob, which is getting some of that saturation you're hearing. So this thing already had saturation to begin with. So again, maybe that's a bad way to shoot this out. I have no idea. I'm not a scientist. Again, so that said, I hear more distortion on it. It's still not just completely destroying it. It still could totally work in a mix. So, I mean, let's just hear what this sounds like here. Pura in the mix. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song, bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power, some seek ill-gotten gold, lava before the Titan gods, the ancient ones of old. All right, let's check out the UAD in the mix. Morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song, bring errant souls of many nations, miscreants of many tongues, dark pursuits of power, some seek ill-gotten gold, lava before the Titan gods, the ancient ones of old. Interesting. I feel like I had to turn up the UAD, which would make sense. I had to turn it up. The Pura was, I felt like it was still letting some more kind of transients through. Now, that could just be down to, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what's going on under the hood. I had to stop what I was doing because I saw that this was on the bypass. It's supposed to be showing my cursor. I told the screen recorder to show my cursor. Whatever. I saw this was on and I was like, I'm going to feel like a total moron if this has been on the whole time. Golden ears over here. Anyway, it's not. It wasn't. And for some reason, I just clicked on it and set it to bypass. Just listening to this, and I'm going to shoot this out with some other sources and stuff. What the fuck? I didn't click on it. Now it just did it on its own.
morbid fascination, a siren song, wind song, bring errands to many nations, miscreant.
This thing just turned on by itself, but what do I know? Anyway, I don't see a reason right now based on this right here alone that I need to spend $50 on this UAD distressor when the Pura kind of is doing that stuff already. And we didn't even get into like adding harmonic distortion on top of it, which is a lot more tweakable in the Pura. The Pura has, you know, a high and low EQ, which can be assigned pre or post compressor. Pretty freaking awesome, you know. And this thing, I have actually been digging the shit out of this compressor. But anyway, I'm not hearing a huge difference. So let me know what you think. And yeah, talk to you on the next one.